Hello friends, my name is Graz. Welcome to Graz Talks Terraria Top 5 videos. This is a little video I'm doing to basically discuss some of the videos I've done previously, the top 5s. I wanted to give some closure for those who have questions and kind of explain myself why I made the decisions that I did. First off, I'm just getting over a cold, flu, whatever it was. It's been 2 weeks and I'm feeling better, but I'm still kind of struggling. But anyway, enough of that. So, a lot of you have been saying things like Terraria top 5 bosses, where's Akromat? Or why is this weapon in this worst slot, and why is this weapon in the best? Okay, let me try to tackle what questions I can with what I can. First off, I would just like to say that in all these top 5 videos, I've actually been using the Terraria PC version. So, for instance, the Terraria top 5 bosses, that's why you don't see Akram in there. Now, if I had done a roundabout version of all the versions, yeah, Akram easily gets a slot in the top 5 bosses, very easily. Also, weapon-wise, it seems that on each platform, there's different versions of the certain weapons, like the magical harp, for instance, seems to be a little bit OP in mobile version compared to maybe PC. It seems like it has a longer longevity in the mobile version over the actual PC version. Now, when it comes to weapons and armor, I tend to go with something that has more longevity. I mean, yeah, damage is nice, DPS is nice and everything, but if I can get more value out of a weapon in a longer stretch of time, then, maybe get something really OP for maybe a couple clicks here and then replace it. I'm more about getting value than out of anything. Yeah, damage is nice, but DPS can be better. DPS is nice, but at the same time, if you're going to get the weapon and it's not going to last, then what's the point? I want to get something with value, something that lasts, something with longevity, basically. Now, of course, you're only going to get that toward the end, really, but there are certain weapons within Terraria that you can really get good value from. You just have to really look at the numbers and not be fooled into thinking, oh, well, this weapon's got a better DPS, or this weapon's got better damage, or whatever. Sometimes it's a little bit of give and take, sometimes it's a little bit of field trials, and a little bit of testing and everything, but, it is what it is. So, some of my stuff, like armor, weapons, and all, I really go for the value. Now, of course, this is just my opinion also, so, as well, everybody has their own opinion. We all have our favorite weapons, we all have our favorite armor, so, for those who say, Graz, I think this weapon's best, that's awesome. Maybe that weapon or that armor is geared toward your playstyle, and that works out really well too. So, we all have different playstyles, we all have different preferences and all, so that all plays into it. That's the great thing about these top 5 videos, is that there's so much room for discussion, really, to be had. Whether you like to get the highest damage, the highest DPS, you want to block the most damage, or maybe you want to get leech life, whatever. It's all there to be discussed. So each one has its own set, and we all have our different preferences. That's what makes top 5s so great for discussion. Now, of course, I think the most highly contested weapon we had was probably the magical harp again, because a lot of people felt that it was more powerful in the console, more in the mobile version, which is true. I really see a better makeup for it in those versions than a PC. Now, it does great for the destroyer. It's a nice little quick destroying weapon for him, especially in tight quarters, which really helps. But it feels like the value you're getting out of the magical harp isn't all that great. In order to get the magical harp, I believe you already have to have destroyed the destroyer in the first place. And if you can destroy the destroyer, ironically, then you can go ahead and get the Mega Shark, which basically tears up the other 2 mechanical bosses. So to me, it feels like if you can get the Mega Shark after killing the destroyer, you're pretty much good to go on that value. So that's kind of why I was always down on the harp. Again, it's a little bit more functional in other platforms, so it comes up on that discussion point again of, hey, it does better on mobile, it does more damage, it's better in tight spots. That's all true too. So I'm not trying to diss any one thing, except maybe the short sword, the copper short sword. I even had one person defend that, which, I mean, it does have its purposes. It's a quick DPS, but short sword, I mean, it has some no to little knockback. I feel like if you're going to start a game with a weapon that has little to no knockback, it may be fast, but if you get mobbed, you're done. that weapon serves you very little purpose. As a matter of fact, the pickaxe, I think, does more damage and knockback than the copper short sword. But again, to each their own. Some people prefer it that way, others differently. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know down in the comment section below. I love to hear from you. I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. I'm on the path of trying to get some comments and I'll reply to. Of course, I'm healing up a little bit, but I'm going to try to get more videos coming out soon. Of course, when Terraria 1.3 comes out, I'm going to jump on that, try to get a bunch of videos, whether it's a Let's Play, informative, or whatever. So I'll do all my homework and investigate that for you guys. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day. And if not, then just simply fake it. And I'll see you again next time.